R.I.P. Fondle, somewhere on the road, tied up.
No man, but dwarfs, I guess.
Yeah, dwarves left behind. Alrighty, so last week, our merry band of heroes, the Glassbreakers, had slain the white dragon that assaulted the orc nation of gOdxmode and brokered a temporary peace between the orcs and the humans of Aŕnor. After a few days of travel, the group agreed to travel south with Otung, an ambassador of gOdxmode, and her troop of guards. Along this path, they narrowly avoided the attack of one of the Collectors, constructs that dwell on the now empty battlefields south of gOdxmode, collecting the corpses of poor souls that fell in battle. Though this led to a surprise ambush of humans and strange fiendish creatures assaulting the caravans, killing Otung's guards and destroying her cart. A surviving assailant was taken captive for questioning, though little was revealed other than the fact that the group was hired to kill all of the inhabitants of the troop, or don't come back at all. Carrying on, Otung rode with the Glassbreakers in their cart before finally arriving at Fort Featherdew, a King's Alliance outpost of the western side of the IR Mountains. There, the group informed Walder Osborne of the attack and persuaded him to have a few men use the Glassbreakers' cart as a transport for resources, thanks to some sweet words on behalf of Wallace. Then, following the directions of a squat gnome named Gimbal, the group stepped through a teleportation circle and found themselves back in the Alliance barracks of Aŕnor once more. Following your conversation with that, you all are able to step outside of the Alliance barracks and back in Aŕnor once more. It's a little later in the evening, probably about 6 or 7. What do you guys want to do? Where are you guys shacking up? What's the idea? What's the plan?
I think Wallace would first check in with, I'm assuming he'd have like a regular bar. I don't think we ever established which bar it was, but a bar near the harbor. Where there's always, sailors and fishermen to share stories with.
So, hopping to, I guess, our map real quick, that could be difficult. If you zoom in all the way to the far corner where Aŕnor is,
right.
It's like almost a day's travel to get to the coast. There actually is a river that flows from the mountains down to the sea. It's commonly used for transportation and such. And that is substantially faster if you're able to, get a ship to travel to the south. But for the most part, journeying to the coast takes about a day. So a frequent tavern might not be accessible dockside if you're in Aŕnor proper. But there are plenty in the upper and lower district if you want to just pick one of those.
I guess, that's probably where his bar would be. So I guess, he's probably just trying to find the closest thing. He would search for the closest thing to start, I guess.
Yeah. If you're looking for the closest, because you guys are in the upper district right now, of taverns, there is the Blue Lord, and then as you guys have been before, the Dancing Grasshopper. That are kind of more bar ends. There is the Hotbed Tavern, that does have a bar, but it's much more of an inn than it is a tavern. But I think Dancing Grasshopper is where you guys went last time, I guess. But it's up to you where you want your. That's just at least in the upper district. The southern district, of course, has more. But do you think Wallace's Tavern of Frequence would be in the upper district or the lower district?
I think the lower district for sure.
Okay.
Somewhere where he could swap a drink for a quick story or a game of cards or something. Where he doesn't actually have to pay much gold or have much gold. Yeah,
and especially as a bard, it's very frequent that if you perform, you get drink tickets. But paper is wasteful in that manner, so they just let you drink for free as much as you want. But let's say you go to the if you want, you can travel to the Drunk Bowl. That'd probably be a Prime Wallace bar for you.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Is anybody, I guess, besides Vondel, traveling to the bar with Wallace, or is there anything else anyone else is doing?
I might go back to my family home.
Okay.
To take a break for the evening. I'd tell everyone where I'm going.
Yeah. Are you going by yourself? Is anybody planning on, I guess, joining the Barringtons, or?
I would offer, if anyone is interested in staying there.
Oh yeah, I guess instead of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Otherwise, I am just going to just take a break for this evening. I'm not sure about you, but I quite miss being home.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be, as opposed to getting into the fun nitty-gritty details of the day-by-day, let's just figure out where everybody is staying at, and then we can kind of hop to whatever stuff you guys kind of want to get done in the city. So who plans on staying at the Barringtons?
By myself. All right.
Apparently so. Where does everybody else plan on staying then?
Nuala will probably just go back to the temple she was staying at in her last day in the city.
Okay. Fair enough. Let me throw... So yeah, let's say then Wallace and Vondel can shimmy together. I got too many tabs open. Do you... so you would know that the Drunk Bolt is very much just a bar and not an inn. There are a few other kind of more inn-type locations in the Southern District. There is the 5 Silver Inn and the Jumping Circle, if you want to stay at. Otherwise, there is the Fighting Fighter, though it's probably not as much your group, I would say, Wallace. Though I guess I know Wallace and Aaron have plans together, so maybe you guys want to work that out. Okay. But anyway, yeah, if you wanted to get, Aaron, if you're looking for a more higher end, the Upper District does have the Hotbed and the Dancing Grasshopper for inns. A little more expensive, of course, but it is in the Upper District, and so you'll have a nicer quality of a stay if that's where you guys want to hang out.
I guess, how soon did Aaron go and do the thing that we talked about?
That will be tomorrow.
Okay.
So that hasn't happened quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll stay in the lower end for then,
okay,
and then I'll go to the higher end after that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So we'll say it just the first day. It's where's my list of fucking taverns I have? Oh yeah. So first day you're probably down, in either the just like the 5 Silver Inn. Will do you probably most suitably. But then you think after that you would come and you would grab a nicer place up in the Upper District?
A bigger place, probably.
A bigger place, okay.
It doesn't have to be nicer.
Well then, yeah, let's just skip ahead and assume you guys find nice lodgings. Anyone who's not Vondel anyone who's not Nuala or Philip, just dock like 5 silver for staying at an inn over the night. Let's say, do you guys plan to meet up at certain periods or anything, or what kind of group activities are we going to be looking at all going forward for a little while? Because I know that there's you said, I'm sorry?
Anyone want to play tennis?
I would assume that the Barringtons probably have a tennis court. That sounds right?
At the very least, a spot to play tennis. I'm not sure if we'd have tennis in Aŕnor, would we?
Well, let's say you do now.
An elven sport, last I heard.
Yeah, it's very elven, which would explain why the Barringtons play it, because it's basically like one of those, you guys are the only ones who understand it. It's one of those foreign sports. Like everyone else calls it. What's that?
Racquetball.
Racquetball. Yeah, everyone else calls it racquetball, but here it's called tennis. It's like it's fantasy soccer.
Very exotic.
Yeah, and you guys, because the Barringtons is as kind of the owners of the entertainment section of Aŕnor. It would 100% make sense. You just like rent out the Coliseum for a few hours. What I guess actually would be an interesting point. Let's start here with this first one. So Philip, you get back to your parents' place this first night. What do you do? You get home. What are you doing?
Well, first, I would go to my father.
Right. So,
and I would
go ahead.
Basically, we wouldn't have to play the whole thing, but basically, I would kind of relay the events since my departure. Being very cautious about how I explain any positive interactions with the orcs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very sensitive topic, and seeing how he reacts.
Well,
I assume it's probably like a lengthy conversation, I guess, with him.
Most definitely. That's fair. Yeah, so probably one of the first things that really sticks out when you get back home is, like I said, you arrive about 6 or 7, so you get home and your parents are, they're eating dinner at the table, which, as you can guess, is very unique, being your father's been basically bedridden for the past few months. But you enter the room, and he is active, and such. Him and your mother basically explain to you that they are, while as of the past few months, or years actually, their theater that they own, the Heavens Theater, has been kind of the main source of income, but it isn't doing as much as they usually should. And they explain to you that there has been a sort of influx of a desire for the Coliseum to reopen, which, as you can guess, most capable warriors are out in the army, and so Coliseum shows haven't been they've been very infrequent, but due to this strange assortment of creatures roaming the land, there has basically, they explain to you, in the past month or so, an influx of people who are corralling strange creatures and bringing them into Aŕnor and selling them to the Barringtons, who are looking to start setting up basically a sort of Coliseum monster fighting ring, in hopes to re-spur the Barrington Coliseum, they basically explain that the cash is a little more tight as of late.
You put them in the theater too.
What about the theater?
Put the monsters in the theater too.
That's it's the two ends of the fork. It's the theater's doing fine, but yeah, I don't. You can, if you want to talk to them about bringing monsters to the theater, Wallace, we can do that. But yeah, so she kind of explains the changes that have been happening in kind of the past few weeks with that. But beyond that, yes, you said you leave out the sort of revelries with the orcs, or you don't?
Oh wait, come again?
Do you leave out the revelries that you shared with the orcs, or did you bring that up? Okay, I was just making sure.
Yes.
Yeah, as your father does show, of course, the usual disdain, though again, it's still kind of basically alarming. It seems like he's just completely back to normal, as if, you know, the bedridden father you once knew was just a blip, and it's like he turned off the computer and turned it back on again. It's a system reboot that's jarring, but depending on how you want to, probably quite relieving.
Yeah.
He, of course,
I
spent some
I'm
time.
very happy about that.
Yeah, he of course depending on how you both can do it, has quite a conversation about how it must have been horrible living up with the savages. The usual.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably quite dreadful.
Reprehensible.
Of course. But yeah, beyond that kind of conversation, I'm assuming you just spent some time chilling with Dad and Mom. Is there anything that Philip's getting done during that night period? Or
Yes, well, while I'm talking to him, I'd start bringing up the topic of local politics and ask him, well, now that you're up and about, is it possible... Well, I'm guessing that there's, like, meetings where political discussions take place?
well, let's say, I apologize, what's your mom's name again?
Eliza.
Eliza, that's it. Okay, I knew it started with an E. Yeah. And then you have, of course, John and Philip. Philip. Eliza kind of explains. She's like, well, let's not get into business right now. She's just glad to have you home and just kind of wants to spend the evening, kind of relaxing. And if she has a period where she asks why the sudden interest in the socialness, in the politics. What brought that up?
Well, I suppose I'm just looking for a bit more in life beyond simple assignments from the military. I feel like there's a bit more potential for me as a Barrington beyond simple once again, like, just fighting.
Fair enough. There is one point where she, you're the butler, and I don't know how I'm drawing these names right now. I can't find them on my file. What was Mr. Butler's name again?
Oh, I don't have that down either.
Was he just Sir? What's a British name? Alfred?
Sir Alfred? I don't know.
It's Alfred? Alright, fuck it, it's Alfred.
It's Alfred, but
yeah,
I think Alfred's easy.
Oh yeah, was it Cuthford?
That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, okay, maybe it's not. I thought there might have been a C. But Alfred does, at one point he does ask where your friends are all at. There's a sly remark about how he had found a severed head underneath one of the beds after you guys left. That was quite concerning.
I would deny anything about this head. I would genuinely have no idea what that's from.
Yeah, as he explains, it was a bearded, mustached man's head that was found in one of the beds.
That should probably go to the Carnah's Academy.
He explains he threw it out. He did not think immediately to give a severed head to the wizards, though in hindsight, fair enough.
Yes.
But
I'm not sure where my friends are at. They seem to be more engaged with their own business. But don't let them bother you.
Very well. Well, at any case then, and he does his butler things. He kind of cleans up. You guys have a nice little family dinner. Nuala, when you arrive at the temple, is there anything you wanted to address with oh god, what's her name?
Valu, I think.
Value? Yeah, Valu. Is there any conversation with Valu you wanted to discuss, or anything that you wanted to ask about, or are you you're getting bed down and you have a nice relaxing night?
Well, I'll probably talk with her for a bit, just kind of kind of talk about everything that happened, just friends talking, sharing.
Yeah, for
stuff,
sure.
Other than that, I'm probably just gonna go to bed then, and then I'll, so
all right.
Probably on.
Yeah, cool. I was just curious if there was any specifics that Nuala wanted to get up into. Aaron and Wallace and Vondel. Are there anything that the three of you guys are getting up to, at least just your first night back, or is it just a nice night at the bar?
I think for Wallace, at least, it would be like a night at the bar, kind of falls asleep on the bar floor, on a stool.
For sure. For sure.
And then in the morning, yeah, whenever the next day, whenever Aaron is like doing his thing, like Wallace is like nursing a headache on the way there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Was there anything Aaron's getting up to this first night by chance?
Yeah, he'd probably be with Wallace, just talking to him about what he's going to do.
Right on, right on. Vondel's there too, which is actually super hilarious looking at the past circumstances. But I'm assuming that revelers are shared with him, just kind of talking about whatever the future. Vondel probably spends some time, and maybe he just vanishes. That sounds like Vondel. Vondel probably vanishes. At one point, you guys don't see him for like 3 weeks. But yeah, okay, cool. Just checking. And then we have our man Flint. Flint, what are you getting up to just this first night? Where are you staying at?
I want to stay at the Dancing Grasshopper.
Okay. Very, very nice. Sounds good.
Before splitting with the party, I would just tell them that that's where I'll be staying. And if they can't find me there, I might be at the Carnah Academy.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Let me jot where everybody's staying now so I can keep track of this 4-way split we have. Aaron. That's my fault for having 6 players, I guess. I just can't say no. Okay. Yeah, so depending on what you guys want to get done, we can rock some downtime stuff and we can speed through days or weeks, whatever it is. Let's say for Aaron and Wallace, you guys get the thing that we had discussed done. You got the product. Where do you guys go? Do you inform the rest of the group, or?
Yes, the way I kind of imagine it in my head is like we are walking, having just walked away from that interaction, and then we stop at a crossroads, and then I kind of turn to Aaron with a look like, where to?
Well, I had planned on going with the products to the nicer end. I think it's the Dancing Grasshopper, you said?
Yeah, that's one of the nicer ones. There's the Dancing Grasshopper and the Hotbed are the kind of the 2 big inns.
All right.
And Flynn told you that's where he was staying too, so it would make sense.
Yeah, I'd probably go there, and I would have. I guess I would say to the group what I'm doing.
Okay.
Just in due time. Just let it break in for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys have your product, and you head to the Dancing Grasshopper.
Yeah, he might stop a little bit later at the Carnah Academy. Oh no, not I forget the magic store, but
Fizzle Sticks.
Yeah.
Right.
To sell that void axe.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can hop that. So you bring Wallace and your little product to the shop. Yeah. How? I gotta find that.
We'll be just outside here. I think I see a fruit seller over here. 2 apples here, please. And then I kind of lead him away, like just outside the shop.
Yeah. Absolutely. What? How much are you looking for? This axe. How much are you looking for?
Do you think it's good enough to trade it for a sending stone and some money?
Oh, and as I'm going to kind of finger guns at Aaron and give him bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Let me open up Fizzle Six shop. Okay. Does he have? He explains he doesn't have any sending stones. But if you're wishing to get one commissioned, they can make you one. I don't know how much. Oh man, I gotta pull up. I don't know why I didn't pull up my shop prices. Same magic item PDF. That sounds about right. He is not sure how long it would take. Let me find out so I can give accurate numbers. I know I have a PDF for this. He'll give you, because it's a strange axe. Let's say he'll give you 500 gold for the axe.
Okay.
So the sending stones would be 2,000 to get commissioned. If you want, you can pop in the 500 from the void axe now and do another 500, and you can pick it up in about. Let's roll a d6. We'll divide this in half. 6. Okay, so you can pick it up in 3 weeks.
Okay.
And he'll have he'll get that ready for you.
So it's 1,000.
So it'll be 2,000.
Oh, okay.
And
1,000 now, 1,000 to pick up.
yeah, 1,000 now, 1,000 to pick up. So this would be if it's we got 1, 2, 3 weeks.
Magical layaway.
Yeah, basically. But magic items are not easy to make.
It's very true.
Especially nowadays with a splurge of. He kind of explains people have been kind of freaking out about these monsters. Word has got out that a bunch of them are kind of resistant to not magical weapons, and so he's got a kind of a backlog. Which explains the 6 I rolled, so 3 weeks.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell him he can hold off on the sending stone. I'll just take the money for
just
now.
the 500? Yeah, absolutely. He
Yeah.
does. For sure. Of course, he asks, "Is there anything on site that you're interested in getting?" He's got a few spell scrolls, some services.
Does he have like any magic book for like beginners? I guess.
Okay, I see what you mean. So he doesn't have. They don't have necessarily like beginner books, but he can send or basically sell you. What's it called? Spell scrolls. So if you wanted to buy some cantrips or stuff, which are kind of very much beginner type of scrolls and stuff, he has those available.
Okay. How much is a spell scroll for a cantrip?
So a cantrip is just 20 gold.
And what cantrips does he have?
Two. Let me look if you can add. Can you add cantrips to wizard spellbooks? Oh no, you can't add cantrips to your spellbook. Okay, I was just curious about that.
I'm doing it more in the case for not my own.
No,
self,
yeah.
but-
I had figured as such. I just wanted to check that for myself, just in case if I'm about to break something by giving you access to every cantrip in the game. Well, he does have. What does he have here? He has poison spray, acid splash, prestidigitation. Actually, let me look up. I have a sheet for this. I apologize. Yeah, he has acid splash, poison spray, control flames, gust, light, and message. Along with, I think I said, yeah, prestidigitation.
Okay, so I will take light and I will take poison spray.
Okay, yeah. So that those two spells, that'll be just the 40 gold for those two scrolls. You said poison spray?
Yes, poison spray and light.
Okay, I just want to make sure I remove that from my list. And then of course he asks, there any spell? He knows he can tell by kind of your general demeanor that you're a practitioner at least. Is there any spell scrolls he can offer you?
I don't believe there is right now. I might come back later.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
For sure. Alrighty. Okay, so you stop by, you get some scrolls for your boy. You head back out. What are Aaron and Wallace doing?
I think he would find us out like tossing apple cores at birds.
All right. Whatever scrolls I have right now, I will eventually, once we get to the place, and then the money I had just received from that axe, I will hand over to the products.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
Yes. They accept, of course. And you said you're heading to. Oh my gosh, my list of. I have too many tabs
Dancing
open.
grasshopper.
Dancing grasshopper. Yes. So you're heading to the dancing grasshopper. And you're seeking just some rooms.
Yes.
How many rooms are you looking for?
Well, I'm going to hand over that 460, but I might use it to buy. How much are the rooms per night?
Rooms here are these are a gold per night.
Okay, that's nothing. I'll
In
cover
theory.
you, Wallace, as well.
Okay. How many is you pulling for?
Do we each want to? Actually, I'll get a room for Wallace, and I'll get a room for us.
Okay. How many? For how far in advance are you booking this?
It's kind of you to pay for my room, friend, and I will graciously accept. But I only need it for a night. I have plans to travel down to the coast tomorrow and check in with some friends for a few days. But I'll be back not long after.
For as long as we're staying there.
Okay. You just want to do like a week for now, then?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I should have asked Flint. How far in advance are you paying out for the grasshopper?
You said it's a gold a night.
Yeah.
I'll probably go ahead and do 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. Vondel's got himself covered. Vondel's gonna stay at the 5 silver actually, because that makes sense. Because of course you guys are split up a whole bunch. Cool. Okay, so Flint, you we'll say you're in the kind of the inn in that morning, later morning, and you notice as Wallace and Aaron enter, and beside them you see a small little halfling child walking in with them.
Like, sits down at a table with them?
Yeah. You see as
Do
they're kind of
they-
booking nights at the inn.
Do
and then
they
sit down.
acknowledge me?
Oh, I don't know, do they?
Probably wave at you.
Of course we do,
Yeah.
Flint. Good to see you. I heard you were staying here. How goes the search? Have you found anything? Have you? Where have you looked?
Haven't done too much looking yet. I've been just taking care of some loose ends first in the city, but it seems you have a companion with you.
Yes, this is kind of my goal of becoming an adult. Kind of put that behind myself a little bit and wanted to get more on track of becoming more mature. His name for now is Smalls, I believe.
Yes, sir. That's what it is. That's what they call me.
Well, yes, Flint, this is Smalls.
Hello, sir.
So that's your child?
Yes, I would say that.
Insight check.
All right,
Do I
roll an insight check.
persuasion or deception?
Well, you're not
Yeah, I'm
lying,
not
so yeah,
lying.
make a persuasion check, I guess. Well, let's just see what insight rolls. Roll an insight.
Okay.
25. Seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
I guess I should specify. Are you asking if they like this is his kid that he has now, or if this is a child he helped produce?
I was just asking if that was his child.
Okay. I was gonna say, I should have specified, because you know that Aaron is a deep gnome. Yeah, deep gnome.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this looks like a little forest gnome. So there's some skin difference. You can tell a little bit facial feature wise. So you can tell this is not like a blood child. But this seems to be Aaron's kid now.
Aaron, I did not know you had any children.
I guess
A
you can
recent
say that's
development.
surprising. Yes.
Yeah, him and Wallace are my new dads.
Well,
I'm more
I think-
like the funny uncle. Wallace says,
Well,
like kind of
Wallace,
yeah.
this is your child as well.
twiddling his noise. I accompanied Flint and I've already grown attached to the little tyke. I think I will help oversee his care and his development. Though I don't know if father is going to be my role.
They're gonna teach me magic.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, Wallace, Aaron, is this child an orphan?
Not anymore. They got me this
Yeah.
morning.
Oh, that sounds
They
really
got
bad.
you. Oh.
Yeah, I was just playing some stick balls down the street with my buddies, and these nice gentlemen just came up and said hello, and I said hello, sirs, and they said they were gonna take me in, and they're gonna teach me magic.
Okay, well, we should probably
Did you guys kidnap a child?
No, we didn't kidnap him. We gave him the choice, and he said yes.
It was an easy answer.
Yeah, you should probably work on that. If people do ask you that question,
Oh,
it kind of sounds like we kidnapped you.
Oh no, goodness, do people just do that? They just take children? That's horrible.
That is a thing.
It is
I hear
horrible
now.
when a child is
Yeah.
taken from parents.
Well, luckily I have no parents.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
that
I do
was-
now.
We had talked, and he had said that he has no parents, so it was an offer.
So you found a kid with no parents playing on the street, and you just picked him up, and now you're going to care for him.
I
That's
guess.
about the sum of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the end goal with this kid? Because so far, you guys go to some pretty non-kid friendly places.
Oh, well, it's more of to give him a better future. He was probably not going to end up anywhere too good if he stayed on the street. But I don't plan on bringing him to adventures that we go on.
Maybe one day when you are much, much stronger, and I say, patting Smalls on the back.
Oh, I sure hope so. We're gonna go on adventures, right? You're gonna teach me magic.
When you are much stronger and much older. I didn't leave the house until I was probably twice your age.
Oh, how old do you think I am?
I'm going to be honest, I don't really know.
Oh, that's fair. I'm only 14.
I think Aaron's like 50 something. I don't think Oh, yeah,
Oh, so you're pretty young too.
Aaron's 65. Actually.
65. Okay.
Weird.
He says, "Wow." So while this kind of conversation is going on, and Aaron explains his foolproof plan to adopt a child, you guys notice as a familiar gentleman actually enters into the grasshopper, clad in the same decorative armor you saw him yesterday. This is Garrett Temple, the man you spoke to when you first arrived back at the barracks. And he says, oh, good. It's, well, I guess at least I had found some of you. I was supposed to send some information from Lethis to the Glassbreakers. Where are your other friends?
They're on their own business about town, but we can reach out to them. I can look into my other companions. I say nodding. I can reach out to them if need be, wherever they are.
For ease, Philip, you walk in during this time because you know that the group is at the Grasshopper, and presumably you probably wanted to meet them up for whatever morning meeting the Glassbreakers have. But you see the group all talking to this Aŕnorian-clad soldier. He says, well, yes, oh, good, Philip, the Barrington, right. There was an elf with one of you. I was supposed to wait for all of you before we had this discussion. Does your elven friend plan on showing up today, or?
I expect she's at the temple, but let me reach out to her, and I will cast Sending to Nuala.
Okay.
And say something along the lines of, Nuala, this is Wallace. We are gathered at the Dancing Grasshopper, and we ask for your presence as well. It seems important.
Alrighty. Nuala, you have 25 words. Do you respond?
Yes, I'll just say, on my way.
Okay.
I'm assuming I know where.
Yeah, you would know the Grasshopper. I think you guys have been there in the past.
I just hear her nod in my head.
Yeah, exactly. You get the K with like no dot or anything. It's just K back. But after not too long, Nuala comes in, and at almost a magical pace, Vondel at the same time. And you all are in the inn in a not contrived at all manner. The gentleman says, "Okay, so very well. So now that you're all here, so as I'm fairly certain you all remember, the old estate down in Deserter's Wood that the recreants seem to have been housing in, we have claimed the keep for ourselves over the past couple of weeks, and it is nearly restored. King Lethis has plans for us to turn this location into a outpost for the Alliance further south as a sort of guard. But they had an offer for you Glassbreakers. If you were interested, the keep could be put up for service, and you guys would be allowed to stay and own the castle, if this is something you all are interested in.
Well, I need to start looking for housing. I don't know about my other companions, but it doesn't seem like a bad idea to me.
I feel the same. I mean, it would be nice to have a place of our own, I suppose.
The current asking price, though, it is quite steep. I don't expect you all to be able to afford it, but we are looking at selling it to you for 10,250 gold pieces. Of course, a deal could be made if you are interested in possibly getting involved in some real estate in the local area. This does not plan to be the only outpost we have down in south in the woods. Lethis is also interested if you are willing to help pay for a second keep that we're building. We could offer you a discounted price on this one. And if you are willing to, of course, let the soldiers stay at the keep in the meantime.
I believe we have the funds for it, but it's
We definitely do.
DM.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be humble about it.
How much gold do we actually have, like in the party fund?
You gotta ask the party fund. I have no idea.
As I said, that's Bondle, but I know he's not here.
Oh,
So we have-
I think Aaron's been watching it because he has the bag of holding now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so we have 20,000. Actually, we have 28,939 gold.
We'll take 2.
Well, we only have the one, but I guess if you're interested in
How long
purchasing
would
us-
your soldiers be staying there?
we estimate. Oh fuck! I gotta get Stronghold and followers out. How do I not have this book out? Hold up. Okay. So we would be looking at. It would take about. Well, that can't be right. About 150 days to get us at least to a appropriate level. So about
And
5 months.
how many guard would be staying there?
At any one time, roughly 20 to 30.
Not that I have much contribution to the party funds, but that doesn't seem like a terrible deal. Just be certain you add a clause at the end that states they have to clean up after themselves when they leave.
Oh, absolutely. The keep will be kept up to the same Aŕnorian standards that we already hold.
That's what I was afraid of.
Would you require payment right now?
We don't necessarily need it right now, but before anything's official, we would need payment, of course. The keep is ready to go. We currently already have guards stationed out there, but it's at your leisure if you would like to purchase it. You are, of course, no means obligated to. We are happy with one we have now and are already working on a second one, but unless you all plan on building one in the city yourself.
That also doesn't sound like a bad idea.
We could do that too. That sounds fun.
We could have like a summer home and then a winter home.
Exactly. It should be said.
That's only a day away.
Yeah, it is. To get into fun nitty gritty details, I guess to give you guys input on this is because the keep was already built down in the woods and it's been refurbished. It is ready to go, and is basically there's tiers of the keep that the book uses. The keep, I believe, is a 3rd level keep that's down in the woods. That's ready to go. The one, if you were to hypothetically get one built in Aŕnor, just getting it to the 1st level would take the 5 months of 150 days. So you can, it's depends on when you
I
want them.
prefer the one in the woods.
Which is again
Yeah.
also, like I said, about I think like 2 to 3 days travel from Aŕnor.
Is
So,
Yes.
question: we did unlock, or I got a scribbling of this teleporter down. I'll just ask you: is there a possibility for me to recreate one in that keep?
At a meta level, absolutely.
Okay.
If those do take, if I'm thinking of the specific spell, it does take I think it takes like a year of casting the teleportation circle in the same place for it to become permanent, though.
Okay.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll do some research on that.
So we can just pick this up in a in-game year.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
The whole
The bad
world
guys
is
won.
over.
Just hire a 5th level mage or a mage with 5th level spells to do it every day.
There are about 6 in Aŕnor total.
There you go. One for each day of the week. They all take Sunday off.
This is a possibility, but it's just going to cost a lot.
Yeah, we'll get there. That is a fancy trick you that sounds like you're trying to do, Aaron. But whatever we can do to help you, we will do. But it sounds like it's a bit out of reach for the time being.
And
most definitely.
how much was the castle if we let the soldiers stay there?
It was half price, so
Okay.
like 5,000. I think they called it like an even 5,000. I had to look.
Okay. I can't speak for the rest of the party, but I, for one, am all for purchasing this and letting the soldiers stay there.
I second that.
All in favor?
Sorry, which one are you guys voting on?
The half price soldiers staying in it, I believe.
Okay. All right. Did the eyes have it? I think I only heard 2, but
Yeah,
I vote for
yes.
it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I see no problem with it.
okay. But yeah, he kind of responds back. This is okay. Well, very well. Whenever you have the funds, of course, just stop by the barracks and I'll draw up the paperwork. And go ahead.
Can he take the platinum bars now, or does he have to do it in a more efficient?
We'll drop them off.
Oh, okay.
He's like, yeah, I would prefer not to just carry them through the streets, if that's okay. He says, I do have other errands to get to, but
He's right here. Right.
yeah. But anyway, well, very good. I will let them know. This is quite wonderful. We appreciate it, of course, very much. But very well, and he leaves. Okay, so you guys got.
That one is an interesting development.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise.
All right.
Now, about this child you have.
Yes.
Wallace will kind of. I guess we are at a similar shoulder level, but we'll get a little bit lower and introduce Smalls to everyone. Smalls, this is Master Flint. He's a ranger, spends a lot of his time ranging out in the forests with creatures.
Oh,
This
hello.
is Nuala. She's a warrior of honor and justice. And this is Philip. He is a soldier of fortune and family and honor. And this is Bondel. He's a scoundrel of sorts, but even scoundrels have their good natures.
Yes. Oh wow, that's really cool. Wow, there's a lot of you. You guys must get up to some crazy antics.
Maybe we'll tell you some. I'll tell you some of those stories sometime.
Wow, I would love that. But introductions are made. And like I said, if you guys want, we can sort of bypass a bunch of the fun nitty-gritties, and start kind of getting to stuff that you guys wanted to get done. So very assuming you guys make your way to the barracks at one point. The paperwork is drawn up. The deed to the keep is all put in your name. And you pay out the sum of the, 5,125 gold pieces. So you can just drop, like 5 of the platinum bars, which they're amazed that you have. Then they don't question where you got it from. But the city is yours. Starting from kind of the more, I guess, group-oriented. So Philip mentioned he was going to the Carnah Academy. Was there anybody else who wanted to visit the tower?
Oh wait, I mentioned the Carnah Academy about the head. Actually, although I would still want to go there because there is a question I would have.
Yeah, let's say we can pop you guys over. So you guys make your way to the academy, which now I need to open up those notes. What are you guys looking for at the academy?
I would ask for Evandal.
Okay. So let me look at
the long lost elf who we forgot back in the
Yeah. So it takes for a second before they're kind of used. They're like, "Oh, Evandal, no, we haven't." Wait, and they kind of pause. Weren't you supposed to bring him to the academy a couple of months ago?
No, he insisted on staying at the time.
Okay, make a deception check.
Okay. Ooh. There it is.
All right, what do we got? 2.
Oh!
They say very, very interesting.
And luck point?
Luck point? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Sweet.
Roll it again. Oh my gosh.
No.
You see his face. This is meant to be, man. 2 ones in a row. He looks, says, I'm sorry. So this squat little elf said he wanted to travel 3 days north by himself through the woods. That doesn't seem right.
We're talking about the right Evandal, correct? The one south of Brackengroff. Wait.
Yeah, Brackengroff was to the south.
Yeah.
Sorry, no. Okay, sir, there's no reason to lie. I don't understand. If you were supposed to bring him here, why are you inquiring about him? 'Cause
We
clearly
got
you
a
didn't.
little tied up with the matter of a dragon and orcs, and we had to put that on the back burner. And we were just wondering if maybe he made his way up here on his own.
No, I'm afraid he's not. Evandal never arrived. Out of curiosity, why did you want to speak to Evandal?
Well, we knew that he. Well, while he loved Brackengroff so much, we got the feeling that he was quite important here, and we just wanted to see if he had any specific business here. I was just checking up more than anything else, really.
Understandable.
Have you received any word, any communications from him or Brackengroff?
Yeah, no, we don't exactly message. We don't have any workers in Brackengroff now that Pedius is dead. We don't know. We haven't heard anything. And I guess I should have specified. Evandal wasn't exactly a big deal around here. It was just a young elven sorcerer who was training at the academy, and we had sent him to help Pedius, and he was an assistant at minimum. Of course, thoughts and prayers for whatever happened to him, but
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, definitely fine. No way anything bad could have happened to him in these horrible times. But I guess, was there anything else?
Not from me, at least.
And you, Master Flint.
Yes, I was wondering if I could speak to a DM.
DM. Yes. Can I ask why?
I have some question about. Pull up my notes here. I just have some general questions of where we left things off last time we were here.
Understandable. Let me check his schedule real quick. While I check his schedule. Well, it seems he's free this afternoon if you wanted to stop by later. He's apparently in a meeting with Camille, but that should be fine if you wanted to stop by later.
Okay, very well.
Okay. All right.
Has there been any other event happened since last we were here?
Not on the scale of that creature that attacked the tower by any means. There's apparently been a sporadic number of murder apparently in the lower district, but I don't really go down there too much, so I'm not privy on the details.
Really? Murder of what? Aŕnorian citizens, I guess?
Yes, people have been attacking taverns. Not totally sure why, but apparently that's a thing.
Very well. Have you happened to hear of any meteors falling from the sky?
I mean, we've had a few meteor showers. There was one a couple of weeks back over the mountain range to the west of gOdxmode that we had heard about. A few of our Arómancy physicians, but nothing in particular.
Okay, thank you.
Why do you ask?
I've just heard other people around speak of them, and I didn't know if maybe there were any closer to Aŕnor that may have happened while we were away.
Fair enough. But by any means, and we can foosh to a few hours later when a DM is free. Philip, do you stay with Flint for that conversation, or do you head out?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have any business.
Okay, I was just curious. I know you wanted to get your painter's practice.
Yes, I do.
But yeah, so like I said, if you wanted to get to that, I'd say today is still a little bit of viable for some training.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure, no worries. If you want, yeah, just drop off 25 gold, and mark one more week of progress.
All right.
But the later end of the day, Flint, you and Nadim have your meeting. And says, so yes, Flint, what is it you wish to discuss?
So, how have things been since we were last here? Any changes? Any major findings?
Not in particular. Apparently there's been, I've heard a growth of people who are out trying to capture a lot of these creatures. Apparently the Barringtons are intending to reopen the Colosseum and use some sporting event with the creatures, which seems quite dangerous to me, but it's none of my
business. Sounds like a horrible idea to me, but...
Yes, well, to each their own. People need a distraction sometimes. But beyond that, there hasn't... Not in particular. Why do you ask?
It's just been a while since we've been back in town, and a few things we've witnessed out in the world, and I just wanted to see if any of it has trailed back here. How has our friend, or have you seen any more of our friend, Jazz? Was that the name?
Oh, the Coatls.
Yes.
Oh yeah, where did I write down their names? Oh my gosh, I don't know why I don't put all these in the same PDF. This would probably be in allies. Oh, that's social standings. Oh man. Oh, we haven't been to Brackengraph in a while, so it's not there. Oh, I know where I put this. But yes, they've been around. They've been working with a few of the wizards here. Any particular reason?
I'm just wondering, anything else maybe you found out about their origins or their purpose or their goals?
No, but it has been quite odd. We've been mainly focusing on trying to discover. They seem to have a memory problem. Anything before arriving here seems to have been deleted, so to speak. We've had a few of our diviners attempting to work with that, but unfortunately we haven't had any progress, which has, of course, been quite disappointing, but it has still been fascinating to work with such strange creatures.
I don't know if we've spoke on this since or if we found this out after we left, but Uladel Pedius.
Right.
He is still alive.
Well, that's impossible. We saw his corpse.
Yeah, I've seen 2 different corpses of his that we've killed, so he keeps coming back. He is what some would refer to as a Lich King.
A lich. I'm unfamiliar with that term. Why do they?
I am as well, but apparently it is someone of a type of magic who can keep coming back as long as their magic is stored in a device. I'm not quite sure myself. It's quite puzzling to me, but
that is quite fascinating. I guess if he has a device that he could store a piece of himself in, then but he would need a way to regenerate a new body. That's quite fascinating. And you can see as his brain just starts whirling at this kind of idea. He's like, people have theorized such ways to extend life, but beyond most clerical abilities, the body can only take so much. That is fascinating and worrisome at the same time. Do you have any idea on how he did this? I
have no real information on how, but it seems he is traveling all around. He was sighted up near gOdxmode, and he's causing quite a ruckus around.
Interesting. I knew Pedius for quite a while, and he was a very talented wizard, but by no means a genius. How could he have figured that out himself? And again, you can kind of see as he just kind of trails off, and as you can see his brain ticking. He says, but by any means, I apologize. Was there anything else you wish to discuss, or?
I believe that might be all. Just one moment.
No worries.
While I am here in town, though, I would like to give you, and I will hand out the tuning fork orb.
Okay.
If you would like to study this while I am here.
Oh, that would be quite useful, actually. Yes. Thank you so much. And he graciously accepts the box.
Take this under personal guard this time.
Very, very well, sir. And you can kind of see for a moment as he kind of waves an incantation. There's a tiny bead on the table that he places the box next to, and it shunts and he picks up the bead and places it in his pocket. He says, I don't think we'll have to worry about anybody finding it this time.
Very well. I believe that is all. I don't want to take up... Actually, a colleague of yours spoke to me earlier about some murders that might have been happening in the South District of the city.
Oh, yeah, I briefly heard about it. Apparently there was a larger string of violence in the lower district than usual, but I haven't heard too much about it. Why do you ask?
Just curious. It doesn't seem like that type of thing normally happens, but...
Oh, for sure, by any means. At any one time there is, an expected body to be discovered, but it is a bit worrisome, I guess. But again, I don't travel to the lower district too often, and of course, by often I mean at all. So I don't stress it too much.
Very well. Well, I will leave you to your day's work. Thank you for meeting.
For sure. Anytime, Flint. Thank you. Let's say popping up. So, Philip, you say you just want to spend the week just getting your painter's kit prepared and stuff? My man, Philip.
Philip, you're muted.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oops.
Hello. No
yes.
worries. Okay.
Yes. I would be painting throughout the week, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but at some point I would also want to show off my prestidigitation to my family.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like on the later kind of end of the night. You're probably having some kind of sort of conversation, and they're quite impressed. They're kind of amazed that you suddenly just know magic, but impressed nonetheless.
I would refer them to Aaron, one of the wizarding gnome friends of mine who accompanied me.
Very, very well. And your kind of mother expresses how nice it is to see you branching out in your skills, and such. It's very nice to see. And you expressed interest in kind of getting a bit of more of a grasp on the political side of things.
Yes. I mean, someday I might have to run the estate, and I figured that I might as well start getting a grasp on how things work around the city.
Very well, very well. And she kind of goes into a minor tirade about how important it is to just keep everybody on your good side, especially those who you don't want on your or don't want to be on their bad side, specifically ignoring the ones that do. She kind of goes into a little bit explaining basically about how there's the 5 families of Aŕnor. There's, of course, the Barringtons, the Lynch, the Cofield, the Vanthempers, and, of course, the Aŕnors.
Did you type those out?
Yeah, I can send you a quick message. I guess if anybody else wants them.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
You got the Aírnors, you got the Lynch, you got the Cofield, and you got the Vanthempers, and of course the Barringtons. She goes in about how, obviously you know what the Barringtons do. The Lynch work is very much head of the kind of artisans of the upper city. A lot of them own most of the businesses and such. There's the Cofields, a family of clerics who run the Wathwain Temple. You have then the Vanthempers, who are kind of much more heads of the trade, while the Lynches kind of own a lot of the artisan businesses. The Vanthempers used to work a lot more with trading with other nations, specifically, of course, G'jang G'dog in the past, which has brought them down a lot in kind of on the political scale of the five, the Vanthempers are definitely at the bottom of the rung right now. The Barringtons and the Vanthempers were switching back and forth for quite a while. But with kind of word spreading about soldiers returning home, for the most part, and the news of the Colosseum opening up, that has brought the Barringtons up a little bit in regard. And then, of course, the Aŕnors, who are very old money. Basically how that family just gets to relax, and as sons of the founder of Aŕnor, they've been kind of riding that wave of money, but they're still very much seen as they're known to be pretty charitable, and work a lot with the other kind of groups, and work is very much a face of a lot of the kind of higher end of politics. Up here, she explains which ones to stay away from and which ones to kind of lean a lot more. She kind of spends a little bit too much time downing on the Vanthempers, but beyond that, kind of gives you a little bit of that information. It's just, but while we're discussing this, Philip, there was, I was hoping a favor I could ask of you and your friends.
I would do anything. I mean, depending on what it is, I could see if my friends would be willing to help.
Well, see, as you know, we plan on reopening the Colosseum, and we are hoping that next week, next Friday, to be opening night for the creatures. We've gotten not extremely large, but a nice array of oddities, including apparently a few mechanical creations that the Carnah Academy was hoping we could test out for them. But we were curious if you and your friends would enter the Colosseum on opening night. We're sort of struggling finding competitors. And we know that, you and your friends, traveled all the way to Aŕnor and were there at the tower's attack. And your father and I were just curious if you would do us this favor.
Absolutely. It only makes sense that a Barrington should be the first to fight in their own Colosseum.
Of course. I loved. Thank God. You can see this kind of sighing really first. She says, "It's wonderful." I was kind of nervous about asking you. Some of the creatures are, personally, is quite terrifying, but you all seem to laugh in the face of danger, apparently. And luckily, because you know me and I have the end, we can brief you on the creatures before you go in, just in case. And of course, we have clerics that we've got from the temple who are coming, just in case. But if you and friends are interested, of course, I think it would be completely fair if we let you pick your combatants. Of course, we can bring you down to the menagerie to let you get a purview of what it is you could be facing.
Oh, that sounds cool. Yes, I can speak to the Glassbreakers. I'd imagine that they would at least be somewhat interested in this.
That is wonderful to hear. It was a wonderful to hear. I just so grateful. But yeah, it'll be we're hoping for an opening of next Friday, the 1st of June. And but yes, go speak to your friends, of course. Make sure that they are comfortable with it.
As a matter of fact, I can go out and try and find them right now.
Oh, wonderful! It's quite late. Maybe tomorrow, but
Okay.
It's too late.
Yeah.
It's past your bedtime, Philip.
That's about there.
Yes. But okay. Cool. But we can say even still, you guys spend, like I said, that next week, kind of working on your painter's kit, and you get that done.
As like a side thing, could I at some point say that we meet together and I propose this to the party?
Yeah, absolutely. We can get to that in a second. I just want to run through everyone's kind of few weekly stuff that they wanted to get done first. Wallace, you expressed interest in going to the coast.
Yes, I think Wallace would have his regular bar, kind of more where he has been spending the bulk of his time, would be at the coast, kind of like fishing, fishing for his food and at inns down there. But he wants to go down there, checking with the grapevine.
Absolutely.
And he would invite Vondel to come along as well.
And Vondel is more than excited about it. It has, as much as it's nice to be back, you can tell he's kind of itching to get out of Aŕnor. And so he's more than happy to come with you. Beyond just kind of spending that time relaxing, is there anything you wanted to get done at the coast in particular, or?
I just thought of this now, but I think he would start trying to check in with some of the tavern owners that he has become familiar with. I'm picturing it as he's kind of on very good terms with at least a couple of them, to the point where he can get some information out of them that they would be as readily giving. But he wants to leave word with them to start seeing if he can find word of any of the survivors from his old ship where the crew disappeared.
Yeah. So you get
to start
Go ahead.
Just starting the search, trying to find out if any of them survived, or tales of similar occurrences, and see if he can pinpoint a location, because at least to start.
Yeah, so you're probably down at the you'd be at the White Gull. It's kind of like the one tavern. There's basically, you have what is kind of known as the Fàdamar docks, which is kind of a smaller, just a little kind of side village. And you kind of speak with a few kind of the fishermen down there that you might have known. You have, let me look at my list. You have Brick Oakenheart, who kind of owns one of the smaller fishing groups. And then, of course, there's Celeste, who owns one of the larger shipping vessels that you would have known in the past. And you kind of get the general consensus of back that it was that there was just nobody, is that basically your ship ended up getting washed up against the coast, which was eventually kind of broken down and repurposed. But none of the past crewmates have been seen.
Right, that's about what he would have expected, but he will still leave. Now that the memory is kind of torn anew, he would ask to be notified, or to hang on to word of any similar occurrences, to try to pin down to see if they happen in a certain location or a certain direction out of the way,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she, let's say Celeste, who apparently is kind of opening up trade back with with Gajanga Dog. She says that how she usually stops by East Haven, which is kind of a middle-sized city off the sort of peninsula on the coast, that kind of serves as like a sort of middle waypoint between. Actually, I can just show you on the map here. So you got the Fàdamar docks down here. People usually stop over at the Peninsula of Snow, where East Haven is located, as a kind of a resource dock before they have to make their way all the way around the kind of mountainous surroundings of Gajanga on their coast, because that mountain range basically has Gajanga in a little pocket. And so they stop at East Haven every once in a while, and so she explains that she'll check out East Haven to see if anybody there has seen any of your old crewmates or anything, but she's leaving for Gajang in about a week, actually, and won't expect to be back for another 3 or so weeks, just because they're kind of reopening up trade with Gajang again, so she's quite busy, but beyond that,
I just asked her to leave word at the tavern that like we're meeting at. Just like leave word there when she gets back if she has anything.
Yeah. Do you have any way of contact? I mean, I guess you have you have sending. So I guess you can just message her. I guess in like a month or whatever. I guess, or even like in 2 weeks when she stops by East Haven.
Yeah, I can check in with her then.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I'll tell her that's how I'll check in with her. Is I'll send her like a magical message.
She kind of looks confused for a moment, but then is just kind of like, yeah, sure. Well, very well. Besides kind of that conversation, your downtime, was there anything else you wanted to take stock in down at the Fàdamar docks, or are you just spending this kind of?
I think that would be the bulk of his time there. I think maybe 2 full days of just trying to put feelers around, asking all these questions, and then finally like getting that arrangement done.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he would then want to spend like just a full day just fishing, just chilling out there. He'd bring Vondel along if Vondel wants to come fish or not, but that's like his drink and his fish.
Gotcha. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, you and Vondel have quite a nice few days. So I guess you would spend. You guys back on a Sunday, so you spend probably Monday traveling to the coast. You got Tuesday and Wednesday probably, and then you get back Friday morning, Friday night-ish. I guess you guys have a nice little vacation. It's pretty cool. You and Vondel bond, I'm assuming, quite a bit. Which makes me sad Vondel's not here, but you guys can discuss each other.
I now feel like Vondel will tell me literally anything.
He does not. I will not make that decision for Vondel. But yeah, I'll eventually get back kind of later into that end of this week. Nuala, what was there anything you wanted to get done during this week?
I'm gonna go to the store and pick up my see if my wand is ready.
Yes. You make your way to Fizzlesticks. Your wand is ready. He does tell you about how your buddy's cloak should be ready sometime next week. But for your cloak, if you have the extra 1,000 for the other half of the wand that you owe, he does have it ready for you.
Yes, and I'll hand him the gold for that.
Right. Yeah, so take that 1,000 gold off, and you can add in a wand of magic detection to your inventory.
Oh shoot, I was on my wrong character. Ooh, that was bad.
you on Eurexis?
Yeah.
She's probably loaded.
I was like, why do I have 104 hit points?
That makes sense. Be like, when did I multiclass into barbarian? All right, cool. Yeah, very nice. He of course again asks if there's anything else in stock that if you're curious about purchasing by any means.
Not today. I'm just here to pick up
for sure.
what you made for me.
All right, very well, of course. All right, it's very, very nice. Besides picking up your item, is there anything Nuala wants to get to during her week?
Who was it that had the compass?
I think Aírnor has the. Are you talking about the Seeker's Compass?
Wallace.
Yeah.
Wallace has it.
Yeah.
Oh man, Wallace is at the coast. Oh no.
Okay, so I'll.
Well, here.
Wallace.
Let's try something. Wallace, do you and Vondel tell anybody that you are heading to the coast, or you guys just like Monday morning are like, hey, let's just go down to the docks and just hang out for a couple of days?
Well, I know for sure he told Aaron, because Aaron was going to pay for rooms, and Wallace was like,
Right.
"Don't pay for, don't like, I only need a night, right?" And
That's
then he wouldn't keep it a secret. I think while we were all gathered, he would mention, just out loud to Vondo, like, "Oh, hey, I'm headed down to the coast for the next couple of days to check in with some folks and get a little fishing time, and would you like to come along?" But he wouldn't be secretive about it.
Okay, so we would
have been talking about it like in front of the group.
Yeah, for sure. If you wanted to, we can say that Nuala asked you for the compass before you left.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have no problem with that.
Sure. This. Hold on. It's in one of these pockets. Here you go. And then produces a compass with a flourish.
Thank you very much. I will give it back when I'm through with it.
I feel free to hold on to it. If I need it, I will ask you for it.
Yeah. Okay. And then then I'm gonna try to figure out how to use this compass.
Okay.
I
go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna try to see if it can tell me where. I just want to try to use it and see, kind of like, so like Nuala gets like be like, oh, how does this work and stuff, and yeah.
I think Aaron identified them. So Aaron probably would have told Wallace how it works, and if you're taking it, Wallace can tell you how it works of this telephone game. But yeah, so you can use it. I'm assuming you're using it to cast Locate Object?
Yes.
Alrighty, what are you trying to locate?
I don't know if it'll work because I don't know exactly what it is, but I want to try to locate the phylactery.
Oh,
or at least.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me pull this spell up.
But I don't know if I have to know what it is.
It's only like within 1,000 feet.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm not worried about that part.
I think the object has to be familiar with you.
Yeah, so the spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close. I would say you have been informed enough to know what the specific object is, but because you haven't seen it yet, you're not able to find it.
Okay, I assumed as much, but
although I would say, alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. The object can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the object. Okay, so I would say you could blanketly just say any phylactery, and that would work. You wouldn't know if it's specifically Uladel's, though if another one popped up, that'd be quite interesting. But let's say you pop it for that, I think this one goes for an hour, so you pop it during that day, but nothing, it does not give you any reading on the object.
Okay, yeah, so I guess you said the distance on that is 1,000 feet?
Yes. And it also can't locate objects of any thickness of lead, blocks a direct path between you and the object. So in hypothetical, it could be within 1,000 feet of you, but if it's in like a lead box, that blocks the spell.
Okay, this is fun.
I'm not gonna make it that easy for you.
I was hoping I'd be like, oh, locate object, and I'd be like, oh, it's right next to you.
Yeah, it's just down the street. It leads you to the Barrington house.
Oh my god.
No wonder Alex has been so chipper lately. But no, unfortunately, it doesn't. It does not ping for you.
Okay. Well then, I guess for right now, there's not much more I can do with that. So I'm just gonna yeah, so I guess for the rest of the week, I'll kind of just be like doing what I was kind of doing before, just like working, like for the temple to try to, like, since I'm staying there.
Yeah,
and stuff
volunteering
like
some
that,
times.
and then yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Every once in a while, I'll try the compass every like couple days or so, just to be like, oh, maybe it'll work this time. But
yeah, and yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't pop up. But at any one point, I'm assuming Philip informs you guys of the Fighting Pit Coliseum event that his parents are hosting. I'm assuming you guys wait for Wallace and Vondel to come back from their trip before you have a full discussion about it. So is there anything?
They don't need me.
Yeah, he's a bard in a combat fight. That's a sarcastic joke, by the way. Bards are badass. Do any of you have anything else that you wanted to get done hypothetically in this week before we kind of jump to the end?
I was gonna ask Fizzlestick if he had any type of jobs that he'd like done.
Okay. He does not in particular, but one of the days he actually comes in, when you come in, he tells you that Gimbal, who you know as the man who introduced you guys to, or teleported you guys to Aŕnor, was looking for the Glassbreakers, in particular you, because he knows that you're a little spellcaster, and asks if, tells you basically that Gimbal was looking for you, about some magic item he had made that he wanted you guys to test out, and wanted to also ask how the items your other friends had, because he's the one who manufactured like Flint's bow and Philip's blade and stuff, and we're just kind of curious about how that all stuff has worked out. But otherwise, you kind of got those.
Aaron will tell Fizzlestick that if Gimbal comes by anytime soon, he could just leave that item with Fizzlestick, and I'll just pick it up if I happen to be around again.
Okay. Ironically, so Fizzlestick explains how Gimbal and Fizzlestick, while they're not enemies by any means, they are a bit of competitors, and doesn't want to leave the item at Fizzlestick's, but says to just stop by the academy anytime you guys have free time, and he can get you, and he can explain there what he's been working on.
I guess any day that I'm free, I'll fly on over to the
you make your way to the academy. Flint's probably there at one point. You guys do like the whole what's like the car meme from what's that TV show, the Umbrella Academy kind of meme, where you guys walk past each other as like one's entering the key or the academy and one's leaving. But you're kind of introduced, and they bring you down to the lower floor. That's kind of sort of the basement for the place. And as you kind of step inside, you notice that there's several odd machines and shelves that fill this room. There's several sounds of explosions, and you see puffs and shouts from the far end. It's got like a really acrid metallic smell that kind of wafts through the whole place. But as you kind of make your way down a few of these aisles, you eventually find yourself to this back corner where you can see a large shelf with a cloak pulled all the way over to the floor, revealing only the back part of two small halfling feet, with shouting coming from it from behind. Before eventually you see the little gnome back up a little bit out from behind the curtain, and kind of startles for a moment. He says, "Oh, good, you're here. Yeah, I had been working on something that I was hopefully thinking you could test out for me. I think would be really, really cool. Here, hold on, follow me. And he leads you around back kind of to the other shelves, and he kind of makes his way, eyeing a few of these different drawers before he says, yes, this one is it. And he pulls out this kind of very long drawer, and he holds in his hands a roughly 3-foot long rod, and he stands it upright on the ground and pushes a button on the side of the stick, and he says, here. And as he lets go, the stick sits upright by itself on the ground. He says, take it, this is yours.
I think I know what this is at a character, but I will grab. I'll grab the stick.
Yeah, you grab the stick and you try to tug, and it is firmly in place. Gimbal has a nice little laugh to himself. He reaches over and he presses the button on the side of the stick and easily just picks it back up in his hand. Says, I call this an immovable rod. I have found it to be quite useful for myself, but I would prefer a little bit of more of a field test, if you are interested. And then hopefully you can tell me if you run into any issues with this. I don't expect so because I made it, and so it's obviously perfect. But I'm just curious what kind of neat tricks you could find yourself up to. And so you can add an immovable rod to your inventory.
All right. Well, I thank you, friends. I should be getting. Is this before the fill-up?
This can be whenever.
Okay,
So
then I'll just say I'll be going. I'm going to the dancing grasshopper if you need me.
Alrighty, very well. I should specify, though, that if you do break it, it was quite expensive to make, and I will need it returned eventually, and if you can't return it, that'll be 10,000 gold pieces. So I would recommend you don't break it or lose it, please.
It's okay. Got that. Immovable, not invincible. All right.
Yeah. Yes. And he like narrows his eyes. He's like, I will find you. So
I would like to see you try, friend. That is very cute.
he kind of cackles a little bit. He says, okay, but I would enjoy testing that out someday. Well, very long. I have, and you hear this like shout and yell from that kind of back shelf that he was over by, and a little bit of like this kind of cackling laughter. Says, I have other things to get to, so if you'll please excuse me. And he kind of like shoos you a little bit and waits for you to leave. Out the circle entrance. But you are.
So he's working on like a shelf thing. So something behind.
Yeah. It basically had. It looked like a shelf. You could tell a little bit by the angle that the way that kind of the curtain had fallen. It had covered the entire thing, so you couldn't see what it was, but it looked like a shelf.
I'd probably ask him, if you don't mind, what are you working on?
Oh, that's top secret. I can't say. I'm sorry.
Friend, you know, IDM always trusts me. He trusts me to copy down the teleportation circle. Your secrets are going nowhere. I promise you.
Don't worry. I don't trust a DM either. I don't trust anyone. So this is top secret.
Aren't you in his basement though?
A DM doesn't own the keep. This is government property.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Are you sure you can't say anything about this?
No. I mean, I totally could. I just don't want to.
I mean, I could be your best friend.
I'm okay
Never
without
know.
having friends.
Okay, friend. I see where this is going. You have a great day. All right.
Yeah, you too. And then he just kind of like watches and just kind of stares at you, waits for you to leave.
He hops onto his broom and just flies out of there.
So I guess you like hop on your broom and then fly over to the I guess it's a teleport elevator. I don't know how I've explicitly described it, but you step into the little circle that you know of, and you feel yourself rise up to the entrance floor, and you're able to make your way out of the keep. And oh no, Philip said he's running to the bathroom. Well, Philip informs you guys that his mom wants you to work the opening night. Philip's on board. How does we should wait for Philip, I guess. He's running to the bathroom. Was there anything else? Yeah, Flynn, I feel like you had a few things you wanted to do. Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it.
For one, I would like to go to the Gold Leaf Financial Gold Leaf Financial Holdings.
Right.
In Aŕnor. And I have a Aírnor gold certificate to turn in.
You do?
Yes, we got one as a reward, and I claimed it for fighting the dragon. And we never did turn it in.
Oh, the 2,000 gold?
For 2,100 gold, yes.
Oh, you never turned that in? All right, well, fair enough.
I wanted to, but the rest of the party said no, we can wait. So I'm turning it in now.
I feel like you guys did that, but I mean, fair enough. If you didn't, you didn't. But yeah, okay, yeah, you totally are able to get over there and get your gold. Do you want it in platinum or gold?
Gold's fine.
Okay, yeah, so you have 2,100 gold. Do you have the strength to carry all that gold? Heavy coin purse?
Let me see. I want to add that in real quick. I am over capacity. So can I still walk with it all?
You can when are you like encumbered?
Yes, I am over.
So I think capacity. It's like your speed is halved and like attacks are at disadvantage and stuff. Like you can carry it around, but like it's exhausting.
That's fine. I'm going to go spend it right now.
Fair enough. All right, where do you go?
I'm going to the finest tailor or seamstress in Aírnor.
Right.
And I have these drawings and plans made up of like for flags and pendants and rugs and curtains and everything.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, we do.
With the Glassbreaker symbol.
Oh, yes. I love it.
It's going to be like a dark green with a gold cent mark.
Ooh. I like that. Yeah. So it's ironic. You're actually you're led to the Heaven's Theater, the consortium, not consortium, the little shop. Not shop. What am I talking about? It's a theater. It's a fucking theater that the Barringtons own. But on the side of it, basically they make all their costumes in house, and so they have a tailor there that you're able to go and procure all of this. How much of what are you trying to get?
I mean, I've got 2,100 gold to spend, and I want it to be delivered and put up at the keep.
Okay.
So
you're looking to furbish the keep.
Yes.
Alrighty. Do you plan on spending all 2,100?
I would spend like, I don't know, I'd say maybe like 1,500, 1,600 of it.
I have absolutely no idea how much that would be. So,
and that's including getting it delivered.
Yeah, getting it delivered. I'll say that, yeah, you're able to drop the 1,500, and that is, like, this is gonna look gaudy as hell, but like good, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, the keep's gonna look fucking pimpin'. For 1,500 gold. A lot of the delivery is not a lot of the gold is the delivery charge. The delivery charge is, let me think, it's 3 days travel plus setting up. That's going to be about, for that much, it's going to be about 500 gold just for the delivery. So you'll get about 1,000 of product.
Okay.
But you just he just made a, yeah, and it's going to take a little while because like they don't even have that much how does I say, resources to make 1,000 gold worth of tapestries and such. So I'll get back to you on a time frame for that.
Okay.
But you can absolutely get that done. Let me just put in my backlog notes that Flint spent 1,500 on his keep. And then send me kind of a list of what specific type of stuff you want. I'll get that all squared up.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah, you can do that. What
I
else?
also-
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
I wanted to go to Fizzlesticks.
Mhm.
And I wanted to see, which I don't know if my cloak is ready yet or not.
Uh-huh. He can tell you that it'll be ready about next Tuesday, I think.
Next Tuesday, okay. Is there any amount of gold that would help speed that up?
Not really. It takes time to do things. It's really about mostly time and resources.
Okay.
Think of it like making magic items is a lot like fermenting ale.
Okay.
It's not necessarily that like you have to spend specific time doing intricate things, but that a lot of it's more of the item absorbing magical properties / changing the properties of it. And so a lot of the times an item may just be sitting and absorbing something. He kind of goes into a lot of strange details about how he makes his magic items. And besides the fact that he also has to run the shop, there's only so much he can do.
Mm-hmm.
If you're curious, it will be ready. Oh no, it would be ready after the Colosseum fight. It would be ready after the Colosseum fight, though, if that's what you're inquiring about.
Does he have any magic items for sale?
Sure the fuck does. He's got scrolls, he's got gear, he's got what are considered wondrous magical items. But then, of course, you have Garnov Colodius, Potions of Magnificence, next door, if you're looking for spell components and potions that he also directs you to. What kind of magic items are you looking for?
Not really much for spells.
Makes sense.
I think I'm okay on the potions for the time being. How about just some gear?
Yeah, he's got let me just, because I have just like the names of them written down, I'm just gonna use Vondel's character to look up the item description. He explains he's got these 2 sets of boots that are very nice if one is traveling to the far north. It helps you resist cold damage, difficult terrain, and you can handle extremely cold temperature. He shows you a very interesting hat that while you wear it, you can basically change the way you look whenever you want. But if the hat comes off, the effect fades. What do we got? We got a you're not technically you're technically a spellcaster. He kind of explains he's got this little silver circlet that helps you focus on a spell when you're concentrating on one.
Okay.
And he has a nice ring that is also beneficial for withstanding the cold. He calls a ring of warmth, which gives resistance to cold damage, and everything you wear or carry are unharmed by extreme temperatures or extreme cold temperatures. As far as gear goes, he does have, again, a few wondrous items if you're interested in those, but those are the gear he has.
Yes, I'm interested in the wondrous items as well.
Yeah. So I think I'd shown some of these. What was the how do I this one I forgot, I wrote it down. Figurine of Wondrous Power, that's what it's called. Here we go. Okay, yes. So he kind of holds up a small figurine, this little statue of a raven, and explains that if you speak the correct command word and throw the figurine at a point in ground, the figurine turns into a raven. That it's friendly to you, it can understand you. it exists only for a specific duration. I think it's about 12 hours, after which it becomes the stone again, the statue. Once you've done this, you cannot use it for another 2 days. But while it's active, you can use it to also cast the animal messenger spell. If you're looking to send a message via, an animal. Otherwise, his buddy Dominic dropped off this fascinating book that he calls Dominic's Field Guide to Languages. Where was it? While reading the book after about an hour, you can read, speak, and write any chosen language for 24 hours. He has what's called a drift globe that works as a nice little light, basically. You can make it in just a minor light spell or the daylight spell, which gives off a whole bunch of light. So useful if you're traveling in the darker places of the world. But then, of course, he has his wonderful bag of beans, where when you pick up the bean and throw it, something random happens.
And how many beans are in the bag?
The bean comes with 3d4 beans. So this one has... this has 9 beans in it.
And how much is that?
That one is... Oh, shoot, I closed my... I don't know why I closed my prices tab. Okay. I would say this would be about 2,000 gold.
2,000 gold? That is just a little bit too pricey for me. How much was the hat?
The hat was hat of disguise. The hat was 3,000.
I see. Prices just keep going up here, it seems. I believe that's going to be all. I don't think I'm going to be purchasing anything today. I'm sorry.
No worries. I appreciate the patronage, of course, though. Your cloak should be ready soon.
Thank you. I do remember you asking for mushrooms.
Yes. Did you happen to find any of those?
I have about a pound bag worth of mushroom.
Oh, well, very nice. Let me see those here. And which mushrooms are these?
These were just various types we found in the cave with the talking mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
You said they were just various mushrooms.
Okay. Very well. Well, that's... yeah, I believe I could probably use some of these. Unfortunately, the mushroom armor I had was stolen a couple of weeks ago, shortly before you guys left, actually, and he kind of gives you a weird eye. But I've been hoping to craft another set. If you were to, I guess, donate these to myself, I believe that I could possibly fashion another one. I don't know if I have enough here, but if I get another shipment, I could definitely give you a discounted price for this one.
I tell you what, in good favor, I will donate these to you.
Alrighty, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Alright, anything else I can do for you?
I believe that is all.
Alrighty, very nice then.
You said the place next door has potions?
Sure does.
I just want to buy some health potion.
Yeah, he has... Garnah has 1 potion of healing for 50 gold. He has a potion of greater healing for... Oh, shoot. Where am I healing potions. Here we go. Potion of healing. Potion of greater healing will be 150. And then he has one other potion of superior healing for 4,500. And a supreme, which is about 1,300.
I'll take the potion of greater healing and the potion
Of healing? Okay.
yes, so 200 gold, I believe.
Alrighty, very nice. And you have that on you. Any other potions you're looking for?
Do you have anything that does anything weird?
Yeah.
Make you bigger, make you smaller, make you talk funny languages.
Yeah. Well, I do have this potion, which would enlarge you for a few hours. This he has an interesting potion that looks a lot like a potion of healing. But to mechanically explain for you, if you drink it, you roll 5d8, and if the total amount rolled is equal to or higher than your current hit points, you fall unconscious. So that can be good for a little shenanigans. Otherwise, I have a few potions of resistance, and I do have some sovereign glue if you're interested.
How much for the glue?
The glue per ounce is 1,000 gold.
And how much for the potion of enlarge?
The potion of growth is 270.
I will take the potion of growth for 270.
Alrighty. And while Flynn's here, was there anything else, like items that anybody else wanted to purchase just by chance? I know if you guys have made various stops by in the week, but I just want to make sure. If not, oh man, I was hoping to get maps ready while you guys were just on break. But let's call this right here for a quick break. And then when we get back, you guys can decide what you all want to do about the Coliseum. If that works.
Alrighty.
Alright, so we'll be back here.
Dope.
Yeah, see you back about 5 minutes. So, you guys, so Philip explains how his family is looking to have you guys work the opening night of what they are calling, what are they calling it? Oh, that's right. They are calling the Coliseum of Champions. And I actually was mistaken. Flint, your cloak will be ready in time by then because I was looking at my calendar wrong, and because the month changes, so I thought there was an extra week in there.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess you guys can discuss if this is going to be a thing.
Yes. My parents brought up the opening of the family Coliseum. And, well, they're looking for individuals to fight in the first games. Now, I did volunteer myself to begin with, but I wanted to approach you all and ask if you would be interested as well. Fight monsters, plenty of medical care from clerics of the local temple. We will have previous knowledge of the beasts before we fight them, and I didn't talk money, but I'm assuming that my parents might compensate a little bit for you all.
They do not.
Oh, they do not. But there is glory.
We're not fighting each other, correct? It's just the monsters.
Oh no, just the monsters.
And there's no pay?
Not in coin, but rather more the glory and honor of slaying foul beasts.
I mean, I don't see a problem with that. You can count me in.
Just picture the roaring crowds of all of those gleeful faces when you slaughter these disgusting animals.
This seems wildly irresponsible, I must say, but I
echo that notion. I agree with Nuala of releasing these creatures out into a crowded coliseum. I suppose measures will be taken against them escaping.
Oh, of course. I trust the Barrington family in ensuring the absolute safety of the proper storage of these creatures, and I do believe I am generous to call them creatures. They're monstrosities more than anything else.
It is not the safety precautions of the Barringtons that worry me. It is these caged creatures. I still don't feel we know enough about them to know how they will do in would you call that captivity?
I spoke with them, and they mentioned that the ones that were captured were studied quite well, and we will have the option of choosing whichever beasts we so desire to slay.
I do not kill or fight for glory of those like in a crowd. I myself will pass. I don't see a point in killing for no reason other than entertainment.
But think of the crowds. They will adore us.
Exactly. I don't kill for them, and I do not fight for them. There is no cause to this. I don't. Along with that, I feel there's been too much that has gone wrong with these creatures. I don't trust this whole process as much as you say your parents have.
We are doing everyone. Oh, sorry. We're doing everyone a favor, as far as I see it, exterminating and putting these reviled monstrosities out of their miserable existence, and at the same time demonstrating hope for the people of Aŕnor that this issue of these creatures being released can be dealt with. Think of it that way.
I think you and I see this a little differently. I think I still will pass, but if you all choose to fight these creatures, I will watch from the sidelines and root for you, I suppose, but I will not be fighting for this.
Do you think the same way, Wallace?
I do see sense in what you say, Philip, in that these creatures are likely too dangerous to be left alive. But I do know where Nuala is coming from. What existence, even for these creatures, is it to be locked in a cage, only to be sent to your death?
What else would we do? Oh, sorry.
Why not just kill them in the cages? If you are so adamant on putting them out of their misery, as you say, why not just kill them instead of waiting until we have an audience to do it?
This could prove for a good
every
training
creature
exercise.
deserves to die with some level of dignity, and this is not giving that to them.
Well, that would just be execution then. Besides, what else are we? If not to kill them, what else
what
do we
we're
do with
talking
these
about
beasts?
doing is public execution, anyways. So I don't see how.
Well, not that they have a fighting chance.
There is no fighting chance for them because if one person falls, we have a team behind us to help in case something goes wrong, and somebody else will most likely step in and fight the creature and kill them. So
if you propose that we should execute these creatures in their cages, I would gladly give you the axe to do so yourself. I mean, if we don't kill these beasts in some way, what else do we do with them? Start a zoo?
Well, you mentioned that too. I feel like that idea may not be far off.
You all can choose as you please. I myself will just be sitting this one out. I just can't, in good conscience, do what you're proposing, Philip.
Oh. You're lost then. Flint? Vondel? I guess Vondel wouldn't really be able to respond, but would he?
Well, let's say Vondel is down with whatever the group wants to do. To give just to make sure it's fully aware. Basically the how should I say? The Barringtons' idea is that with all these, monsters that are showing up and everyone's kind of freaking out about it a little bit. The idea is that there's been this kind of trade that started where people have been corralling these creatures and that they wanted to host these Colosseum fights to show that the creatures aren't to be feared the way they are. And to kind of give a bit of an affirmation that there are people out there who can deal with these creatures, and as also a sort of stress reliever, a thing that the public can go to, just kind of put themselves at ease while also being able to give a face to a lot of the monstrosities that are roaming the lands. It's also to put a little extra coin in the Barrington pocket and help with public face, of course.
Yeah, that does kind of contribute.
Yeah, that is a big part of it, but it's not like it's very much much a public event. Yeah, it's for context of the area. There's no difference than than just going to a local show at the theater. Coliseum fights were a thing between just people before now. The only reason the Coliseum's been closed is because all the good fighters had to join the army.
See, if Philip had put it like that instead of his usual egotistical way.
Suddenly Nuala's mind has been changed. I just want to make sure it was at least blanket value for everybody. You obviously by no means have to do it. They'll find somebody else. But
well, when I look at it like that, I understand that more so.
Let's just say that's
I don't know.
That's the message that the Barringtons send out, is that it's you don't have to worry because we have brave fighters like our son who can out there, and he'll prove it by battling the creatures in our fighting ring. Out of curiosity, where's this conversation happening?
I assume wherever we really meet. So nondescript location? I don't know.
I'm just like at the what do you call it? The orc, not the orc, goodness. The what's the
grasshopper?
Yeah, the grasshopper.
Yeah.
I think at this point we've got like a far away booth or something.
Yeah, you got like one of the end
that
tables.
we kind of meet up at every few days, every week or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys have a little trouble. Most booths are only for 4 or 5 people, but you guys get yourself situated, kind of scooted around one of the. You're at the bar. That's probably makes the most sense.
we can pull over a few chairs to the booth. Too.
Yeah.
We gotta have people too, so.
Yeah, exactly. While you're having this conversation, Flint, can you give me a perception check?
Sure.
Perception check. Okay. As you guys are kind of having this conversation, you kind of hear as the door is opened and just casually, look over to see what it was as you notice 4 men enter the room. All clad for the most part in these kind of purple robes. And before anybody can react, you see as all 4 of them fire out this strange bolt of energy that slays 4 men who are sitting at one of the side tables. I need you all to roll initiative.
Ugh,
Oof.
monsters.
The only monsters here are men.
Okay. So, Wallace, as you see as these men enter the room, and you see the bartender duck behind the counter, this table in particular right here is where the 4 men were at, and their bodies are now slumped to the ground. Wallace, what are you doing?
Oh, what is happening? What in heavens? Okay, let me see how far away they are from me. They are... Okay. They're within 60 feet. I will cast Fairy Fire on the group. It's a 20-foot cube within 60 feet.
Yeah, and that'll get all of them.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, so make some dex saves, I believe.
Correct. Dex saves DC 16.
Alright, so the first one succeeds. This bottom one here. 6, he is fairy fired. Let's give him this yellow glow. I gotta get them all. Oh, that's a 1. Look at that double 1. He couldn't stand a chance. Dex save. That's a 7. He's fairy fired. Oh man, they don't get like a next save, right? Like this is just on them for the minute. And a 20. Okay. So these 3 gentlemen all do, but you notice this sword-clad man doesn't seem to be. But very nice. Anything else from you, Wallace?
So this, like, just behind me is it wall or is it, like, counter?
This is a wall behind you.
Gotcha. Okay. I think I will... I'll just back up 10 feet here. And can I use an item, pull out my... Just have it ready.
Pull out your what?
My crossbow.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be a bonus. Yeah, a bonus action to switch, because I'm assuming you pull out your drum to do. So yeah, if you want to switch, put your drum away, pull out your crossbow. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so this person who does not like that you just did that, sees you. I don't have it yet. He kind of, yeah, he's gonna march kind of way across, get himself right up there, and he's gonna fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at you. Did not roll to hit, so that's cool. 26. So he actually rolls, it's actually 22 force damage as the first bolt flies and slams you into the stomach. He's going to try that again now. Getting a 12, which I don't think will hit you.
That misses.
Alrighty, that'll be his turn. Let's have it go to Flint.
This is my concentration check.
Yes.
No!
Oh no!
Damn.
And Fairy Fire fades.
Yeah, and it falls.
You have Warcaster, I believe, correct?
Oh, yep.
Roll again.
So let me do that.
Oh man. Alright, so
Yeah,
Fairy Fire
yeah.
does fade. Question, Flint, what is your favorite enemy right now?
I believe it's still humanoids. Let me check. I have orcs, beast, and goblinoid.
Okay, so none of these guys. I'm just making sure.
Yes. So yeah.
Alrighty, so Flint, what are you doing?
Do I recognize like what they're wearing, like from anywhere?
Well, it's interesting. You give a kind of a glance over. Besides the man in the with the sword, and he looks like he's wearing a breastplate. They all seem to be kind of wearing these same purple robes, but they're all have the exact same face.
Okay.
But the robes don't seem in particular.
All right. Is this a bar? Is this the counter beside me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna hop over that,
Okay, yeah.
and that would be move to right there.
Okay.
Bonus action. I'm going to use Hunter's Mark,
Alrighty.
and I'm just going to use it on this front purple man.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to charge up my elemental bow with cold damage.
Okay.
I will fire at him.
21 sure hits for 13 on the bow. 4 from Hunter's Mark and 4 from Gathered Swarm. Oof. Alrighty.
Second attack will be at him again.
21 sure hits for 11 and 3 more Hunter's Mark. Oh man, he's looking hurt. He's already looking bloodied. You can
And
see a
then
kind of panic.
I will use my Horde Breaker to attack the one directly behind him.
Alrighty.
And this will be, I guess, cold damage as well.
Yes. Alrighty, that is another 8 on that gentleman with a 21. Holy crap. Look at all these. Look at that. 10, 10, 10. Fucking phenomenal. Anything else?
That's going to be it for me, but because of the cold damage, the creature's movement speed is reduced by 10 feet until the end of its next turn
Oh, shit. Yeah, it is.
for both of those two.
Alrighty, I will mark that down, that this is their new walking speed. Okay.
And
Very
that is
nice.
it. Oh,
Alrighty.
do I notice, does Aaron and Wallace have that child with them?
You sure fucking does. I need a token for
Okay.
him. Well, that's my carp token. I'll get a token out while you guys are thinking Philip, what are you doing?
All right, I'm going to use my action to pull out my Ion Stone of Protection.
Okay.
Bonus action, Rally on Nuala. As I burst out from here, murderers! Nuala, help me arrest these disgusting thieves! And I'm going to use my movement to run right. Oh, actually, and also free action, pulling out my my sword, my fancy sword, and dual wielding it.
Right. I think the Ion Stone just circles, like, I'm assuming, are you, like, attuned to it and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I believe I'm attuned to it, yeah, but it says I have to use an action to kind of toss it so that the stone kind of floats around me.
Okay.
1d3 feet.
Okay, can you just use it to, like, do you need to do that every time you want it active, or can you just, like, have that out?
I assumed it was at, like, the beginning of combat.
I think you can just throw it
I
up.
can put that.
We'll say for now, you can just have that already, like, active at all times.
Oh, okay.
Because that seems silly
Alright.
that you need to use your first every turn, you know?
Okay. Because
Hypothetically.
otherwise I have, like, a stone floating around me all the time.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, use action, toss stone to the air, stone orbits your head, defeat. Therefore, after, another creature must use action to grasp or separate it. Yeah, I don't think you need to remove. I think you can just have this on you at all times.
Oh, okay. Alright. So that means that with plus my dual, I should put my AC at 19. Wow.
Oh, man.
Okay. And then I'm gonna run up and surrender, and then I'm gonna run up to right here, and then non-lethally attack this first guy.
Okay. Yeah, make some attacks.
So I have not activated my sword yet, so it's just regular.
Okay.
Because these are just common thugs. They're not worthy of a true strike from my blade. So 1, Is he down from that yet?
Oh, you're talking about the guy up here?
Yeah, on the top.
No,
That's
he's
already-
not.
All right, then number 2.
Alrighty.
16
Both of
hit?
those, it does hit. For 12. He's still standing. He's looking hurt. But he's going to use his reaction. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, Philip.
All right.
That is a failure. As you kind of hit him, you notice as these flames kind of almost emanate him and fire back at you. You take 19 points of fire damage. As this hellish rebuke burns you. Anything else from you, Philip?
Nope.
All right.
Oh, wait, actually, I got to roll for Nuala's temporary hit points.
Oh, yes.
Let's see, that is 1d8 plus. All right.
There's Smalls.
Just a wee bit. 4.
Very nice. All right, so Nuala, you got 4 temporary hit points. Anything else from Philip?
Nope, other than just ready to surrender.
Alrighty, Aaron.
Turn yourself in.
He'd probably look at Smalls, say, I think I am going to take care of them. Can you go back over by Wallace?
Yeah, sure. And he makes his way back. Hi, right here.
He doesn't. I mean, Aaron's a pretty small guy, but what he's about to do is gonna turn himself into a giant ape. If he, what do you think I could fit, or would I think I could fit in there if I turned into a giant ape?
Well, first of all, I have to remind myself to add giant ape to every encounter I make.
Well, they took to attack at the time where Smalls was here.
Yeah. Let me see. How big is like the giant ape? I know it's big. Really, D&D Beyond, you got nothing for. Well, let's just assume it's. We'll assume you can fit. You're a lot of crouched, but
Gotcha.
yeah, we'll assume you're crouching, but you're there. Oh my gosh. Aaron. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yeah, you're right here.
Okay, I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. I think I can. Are these tables going to be a problem?
I'm gonna say, yeah, it's gonna be difficult terrain. You're really big.
Is this considered difficult terrain still? That path?
Yeah, you can get around that way, I would say, yeah. Sure.
This.
45. If you went 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 would get you right there. So.
Okay, yeah. So a giant ape, I think, has 40 feet. Okay, yeah, that's good. And that's going to be 2 fist attack.
Right.
Does that do both?
Oh, it's whispered. Unfortunately, you get too excited as this gentleman already backed up from when Philip was hitting him as these flames burst out, and you charge forward as a giant fucking ape, and he just luckily ducks right beneath you as you slam into him.
Alrighty, and then there's the second one.
12 unfortunately does not do it either. Oh man, look at that, a 3 and a 1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you get too excited. You're kind of like worried about Smalls seeing you this way, and I kind of freaks out about it.
Gotcha.
Anything else?
I believe that's all I can do.
Alrighty. This gentleman is about to. You see, he's kind of a little bit nervous. You can tell, but he's gonna charge forward around his gentleman, and he can't really. Actually, no, he can get up here. He's trying to flank you, Philip, for advantage. As he pulls out this great sword, and he's gonna attack you twice with it. Getting a 27 and an 11.
I'm gonna use a luck point, make him reroll the first one.
Alrighty. 28.
Yeah, that's
for the same damage and for some. So that is 27 points of slashing damage.
Alright. As a response, I'm gonna use another battle maneuver to riposte, attack him back for that.
Right. Make an attack.
Ah.
24 does hit. For
It's
6
not-
piercing
it's
damage.
not much.
That's fine. Still enough to make a concentration check. Which he fails! Oh. And he goes lethargic when his haste wears off. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, we'll just use that for now. That's his turn.
So that is, how much damage is that? Holy shit.
Yeah, he hit you nice and hard.
20. Oh, that's only. Oh, yeah, I could be missing. Okay.
This gentleman's kind of worried. And I didn't give him that. That makes sense that I wouldn't, though. Well, you're the closest. Oh, he's actually... Let me make a wisdom save for this guy. No, this man panicked, and you guys kind of see as he's like, I didn't sign up for giant apes or whatever this is. And this man books it. He says, we already got our 4. We should go. And
Coward!
he, dashes and runs down the street. This man, he calls him a coward. And is going to fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at you, Philip. Whoop. Oh, gosh, it's showing just those. Okay. So 18, which I don't think hits you anymore, because you're at 19.
Nope. Yes, I am at 19.
And 11 misses you. All right. Nuala.
I think my lucky stone.
Okay, sounds good. So for my turn, I am going to. He's just.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong gentleman. That sucks.
I am going to run over to this guy, and I'm going to try to hit him with my.
Alrighty. I think. Let me double check haste. I think you have. No, he just can't take actions. Okay, it's not an advantage. The 22 does hit.
Okay.
Alright, so that is
And
13 slashing damage. Okay.
Okay. And then I will, along with that, use a first level smite on him, just because.
Ooh, alrighty. Roll those 2d8. Oh man, alrighty, very nice. So that is another 14 radiant damage on this gentleman. Anything else from Nuala?
No, that is my turn.
Alrighty, so we have this gentleman, and I'm actually going to switch him because I used the wrong stat block for this guy. So he was at 8, so we're going to put him at 8. I apologize. Whoa. But we'll say it's his turn to go. You notice that this man casts a spell, and there's no one to counterspell him. Ha 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 ha. I need my token for this. Feel effect? No, this isn't the fun one. This is the fun one. Yeah, this is the fun one.
I forgot. I saw Aaron turn into an 8 before, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so it's 5 foot, 10 foot, 15 foot. Okay. That gets you guys. Can he get it on them? No, he's gonna put that right there. Yeah, alright, very nice. And then, that gentleman, because he was 1. Back at the top, we have Wallace.
Okay, and so this cloud here, is it essentially just like darkness?
Oh yeah,
or is
I
it...
apologize. Yeah, you see as this. I totally forgot to describe what happened. I just put the circle on there. Yeah, you see as this pitch black cloud just and fills up that 15 foot. Oh wait, that's only a 10 foot radius. One more. Oh come on. Yeah, this pitch black space. Which
Oh boy,
right... No, come on. There we go. Gets you guys all in it. What's Wallace doing?
That is a good question. I think he would. So here, is this like? Is this an extra space that he can push Wally into? I know it's probably into the toilet. From the looks of it.
What is that space?
But
probably a toilet. Yeah, it looks like you're in the latrine right now. So push him into the toilet.
Yeah, I'd like push him in there and be like, "Stay here, stay quiet. We'll be out soon."
Yeah, we'll call
and
that
like close the door behind
interaction
him.
object. Okay, yeah.
And then I don't know that I have. I think. I don't know. I think I'll cast. I can't see anyone in the cloud, right?
Nope, it is a pitch black cloud.
Gotcha. Okay. I think I will cast a first level bless on myself, Vondel, and Flint. Is Vondel getting a turn?
Oh yeah,
Is he here?
shoot! I totally didn't roll for Vondel. Let me let me put Vondel up. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, we're gonna have Vondel go right after you right now, actually, because I forgot to roll for him.
Okay.
I'll say Matt's his made-up
Great.
turn. And I'll give him.
Yeah.
I'll
So
give him a
I
free attack
cast
without it.
bless.
Okay.
After I make sure Smalls is kind of sorted, I say, all right, well, here's a little trick that I kind of came up with myself, and I cast Bless on the three of us, and
Amazing.
we see like a little, instead of a little spectral beer mug, it's like a little spectral Wallace.
On their shoulder?
Cartoony.
Yes, I love
Yeah,
it.
it's like my best attempt at it, but like not quite the legit thing, and then yeah, that's Bless.
So you have a tiny U on your shoulder, and Vondel and Flint notice as a tiny Wallace shows up on their corner. Amazing.
Yes, I also, well, I'll go ahead and inspire Vondel since he's going after me. So he has both. It's just a little me drinking the little spectral beer mug.
Amazing. Yeah, so I'm going to give Vondel his turn real quick. He would not have been suffering from this darkness, so I'm just going to give him... I'm going to give him attack on the spellcaster, because spellcasters are scary. That's going to be his crossbow. He'll get sneak attack. 23 will hit, and that's for, 22... oh, no. Yeah, 22 damage, and that actually ended up taking out that guy. So that's nice. So you guys would have seen as that man fell dead to the ground. Good job, Vondel. But now it is... Oh, no, that guy died, so now it's Flint's turn.
I can't see the circle of darkness.
Oh, interesting. Let me try something. Interesting. You should be able to see it. You don't see this around them?
No, I do not.
Huh. Okay, let me try something. Oh, I don't have dynamic lighting turned on, so that shouldn't be an issue. Can you see it now?
Nope.
Interesting. Well, it is covering everybody except for this gentleman right here.
Okay. I want to try something. I don't know if this will work or not.
Uh-huh.
Since I know where the location of this person was before the darkness spread,
Uh-huh.
for my bonus action, I want to move my hunter's mark onto him.
Okay. Do you need to be able to see the target to switch Hunter's Mark?
That's a good question. Let me see. You can use your bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature.
Okay. When it casts,
So,
do you have to be able to see it? Because sometimes it'll say that in like the first half. Just want to triple check.
yes, you can choose a creature you can see within range.
Okay, so you have to be able to see it to switch it to a new
Okay.
creature.
That's fine. I'll mark the person at the door then, since I can see them.
You cannot because this darkness blocks the vision of that gentleman.
Okay. Well, since I knew roughly where the location of this person was, I want to cast Fairy Fire right there.
Okay.
I don't know if this will work or not.
Draw me a circle where it, where you want it to land. Because I think Fairy Fire needs to be a point you can see.
Okay. Let's see. I've never drawn on here before.
Each object in a huge within range, so it doesn't matter.
So you select a place, and then anything within like 20 feet of that has to save, I think.
Yeah. So, I would say, yeah, in theory, you can choose a point This isn't a light source. It doesn't create a... Oh, this is interesting. It's outlined in light. If it fails to dexterity, so if an object shed them light. Okay. So, well, here, let me say this. You can definitely make it. It's a 15-foot cube. So that's a 5, 10, or is it a 20-foot cube?
Fairy Fire, I believe, is the 20-foot cube.
All right, so you have this 20-foot cube. Let me see if I can give you... You can move it where you want. Oh, I can't. All right, so where do you want it? Do you want it, like...
I was thinking,
Ooh.
like, to the south of Philip 1 would
Okay.
be the center.
Yeah, you could get it right here, I'd say. And that would work fine. Oh, man, there's too many things on the screen. Yeah, I would say this. Yeah, well, like, do you see where the yellow space is?
Yes, I do
Okay.
see the yellow cube.
So that I think that's a completely fair point to put it. I guess Fairy Fire doesn't specify site, so it's just a point. I'm probably wrong about it, but who cares? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna make a dex save. 19. So this man actually passes, and this gentleman is in the darkness, and even if he fails, the darkness spell overlaps the shining. I'm gonna give him a save just in case, though, because he could... 1, so he does fail. Okay. So he is glittered in the light, but you cannot see the light while he's in that darkness.
Okay.
Anything else from you?
Did the other person roll?
They
theirs?
did. They got a 19.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move, I guess. Try to maybe get closer.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop over the bar again because that's cool to
Yep.
do. Oh, I think I was drawing, my bad. I'm gonna go right there.
Alrighty, very nice. And then it's Vondel's turn. Vondel cannot see anybody, so Vondel will... Actually, here, Vondel can move. Yeah, Vondel can see that guy from there. He's not going to get sneak attack, but he's going to get a shot in. And Vondel's going to throw or shoot his crossbow. 27 does hit for a good 8. And the man needs to make a con save. Why don't I ever give my spellcaster's constitution? Oh, but he succeeds. All right, darkness stays up. That's Vondel's turn. Vondel's gonna hide under the table. Vondel's gonna make us. No, he's under the table. It'll give him some cover. That'll be fine enough. Philip. Philip, you are muted if you are curious.
Oh, I keep doing that.
No
All
worries.
right, so I'm gonna activate my sword.
Okay.
Because that hit from that guy really hurt, and I'm gonna grope around in the darkness, moving right
Ooh.
here.
Can you send me what the sword stat block shows? Because your sword emanates light when it's activated, doesn't it?
Yes.
Let me. Ooh, that's challenging. Does
Magical light, one might say.
It has it. Yeah, it's technically magical light. I'm trying to think of if this light would be considered higher than a second level. Oh man. I'll tell you what. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll a d20, you and I. If you roll higher
right.
than me, your sword
Ooh.
is not gonna dispel the darkness, but it's gonna be bright enough that you don't have to worry about disadvantage on the attacks.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, 12. I need to move this. Oh, 16 though. It's a nice bright light, but it's not enough.
Would it still cancel out to just a regular roll if I am flanking?
Yeah, you're flanking, so that'll give you an advantage, but then it's darkness, so it'll be a straight roll.
All right. So with my rapier of light, uno, dos.
Oh man. Ironically, neither of those hit, unfortunately.
I'm
Trying to follow your guidance. Go ahead.
Let's spend my last luck point and re-roll one of those because I really want to hit that guy.
Oh man.
And my luck is not.
Oh, not tonight apparently.
That's rough. All right, I'm gonna.
Anything else from Philip?
Oh, also, does this guy get opportunity attack on me?
No, you didn't move, did you?
Yeah, I moved from here to here to get the advantage.
He is not wielding any weapons, so he does not.
Ah.
Oh wait, he can make an
Yes.
unarmed strike.
There you go.
What is that? Just a strength check, I think. Nah, he's not hitting you. He feel as a fist kind of like accidentally grazes your back a little bit.
Then I am going to do an action surge.
Oh.
And I'm going to move out of the darkness to right. And I believe that this guy can't take an action.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he can't do nothing. He's like, ugh.
Yeah.
You just hear these noises.
Whom so try to strike me in the back? And I'm going to move out right here.
Okay. He is still in the darkness, so it'll be but he has fairy fire. No, it's not an effect while he's in the darkness. So it's going to be still a disadvantage because you can't see him. But you can see this guy right here, so...
But this guy's the one that casts the darkness, right?
No, is this gentleman down here.
Oh, in that case, I would have moved down to right here.
Makes sense.
Actually, here.
Okay.
Alright, and then another uno dos. Oh, there's my good.
Yeah, 22 and 25 will do it. 17 to yeah. You cut this man down. 14, 15. Was that 35 damage? Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. So. Maybe I should have attacked him and then the other guy first. Well, too late. And then I'm gonna bonus action second wind.
Alrighty, very, very nice. Then we have the giant ape.
Alright, I'm gonna move in line to get flanking. To flank, this guy right here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess you can't move it, my bad.
Yeah.
Well,
since apes know how to do that. It's advantage or is it +2 to hit?
Advantage is advantage, yeah. Or sorry, the flanking is advantage.
Okay. I'm just gonna do 2 of these then. I think that's the same. Oh, no, it's not. 2.
Yeah, 28 and 21. Oh, I see what happened. So 28 and 19. Yeah, there's no way this guy survives. Yeah, that's like, what, 50 damage? 23 plus 15. That's 38. Oh, that's literally just enough. That's what you need, 38. You just... and this man, like, Nuala has to duck as this fist just comes down and plows this guy, sending him flying over you, Nuala. Into nothing. He is beaten to a pulp. Anything else from Aaron?
I just turned to the other guy and just King Kong blow really loudly out of my nostrils.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. Well, that guy's anything you said that was it. This guy. Okay. This man, terrified. But you see as he looks over at Philip, smiles and kind of waves his hand over his face. And you see as his features change to look exactly like you, Philip. And then he's going to bonus action disengage, and he's going to run out 30 feet. 30, get himself right there. Nuala.
Okay. I am going to run after this guy out here.
Right.
And then, I will just hit him with my blade.
22 hits, yeah. You have advantage.
Oh, bet. Okay.
Because of fairy fire. Alright, 25 still hits. Alright, so that's 15. Alrighty, and then 21 also hits.
Okay.
For another 11. And he is going to Hellish Rebuke you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, Nuala, with advantage. Because of your plate. Yeah, you're totally fine as these flames... but you'll take half damage. Alright, so that's only 7 points of fire damage. As these flames burst out of his back almost and shower you a little bit, though you're able to dodge majority of the problem. Anything else?
I was gonna use smite him, but I don't know if it's too late now for that.
No, you can definitely smite him if you want.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to die. So, and I will use a second level this time because I'm feeling petty.
Alrighty. Are you smiting both attacks or just the one?
I'll do both. Why not?
Alrighty.
You know what? I'll
So just
destroy
roll.
this.
Are they both second levels?
I'll do. Can I do one second level and
Yeah.
one first level?
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
yeah,
Just
so
roll
do
the. You can roll the 5d8 at once. Holy shit! Very nice. 19. Yeah, this man's looking hurt. He's looking scared.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Alrighty. Yeah, these men, they're all dead. Flint.
Can I see him through this window?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, it was, I think I go before
Oh.
Flint.
Oh,
that's
you do.
true, yeah.
I apologize. I totally skipped you. Wallace, what are you doing?
I wanted to run to Flint and dimension door him out into the street.
Just because you can. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, this is true.
Yeah, if
Seems
we can
like what,
see
right
into the
next to him?
window, then I'll, yeah.
Yeah, put yourselves wherever you want to be. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Was there another guy that ran out farther? Is he, like, even farther away now?
Yeah, he's gone. You don't see him. There's
Gotcha.
alleys
Okay,
and
yeah,
stuff around
just
here that
refer
he
to
was
this
able to
guy.
book it out of.
I will, pop myself over there and then look to him and say, I'm sure you know by now how this ends. So save us all some trouble and surrender peacefully.
Okay. Anything else from Wallace?
No.
Alright.
I'll inspire Bardic Inspiration, Flint.
Alrighty. Flint, you're inspired. Flint, what are you doing?
Does this guy look pretty rough?
He looks hurt. Yeah.
Okay. I want to, I guess, non-lethal strike him
Okay.
to knock him out or to subdue him.
Right. Non-lethal damage.
So, what do I roll for that?
You can use roll straight damage. I'll just know that you're trying to go for non-lethal.
Okay, so that would be just 1 second. So is that just a
An
like
attack.
Just make a regular attack roll, yeah, with whatever. If you're using your bow, it'll be just
would
a
it be
straight
with
roll.
the okay? Okay, so just 1d8.
Or roll to make a straight attack roll though.
Oh. Okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
yeah, it's just a regular attack with your bow if that's what you're doing.
Okay, yeah. I just didn't want to kill him. I didn't want to kill him.
17 damage, which is actually 19 damage. Or 18 damage.
Bunch
Yeah.
of lights out.
Yeah, with just the one shot, you like don't even have to use your bow to like your arrows. You just take the bow and smack the back of his head, and the man falls unconscious to the ground. Which pulls us out of initiative, and I think that's a good place to pick it up next week.
Hey.
Bum, bum. Yeah. Murder in the taverns, guys.
Who's this? Who's this bozo?
Oh, and I don't think he's, oh no, it doesn't take concentration, so never mind. Okay. Yeah, we'll pick it up there, next week. As always, thank you guys so much. I'll see you then.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Cool.
Night, y'all.
See you.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Right.
See you next week.